Good afternoon everyone, welcome to London ahead of the first press conference of the entire show on December the 10th. A huge night of boxing, of course. Anthony Joshua defends his IBF world title against Eric Molina. Scott Quigg returns to action in a world title eliminator. Carrier 5 bids to become the first man from Birmingham to pick up a world title. Callum Smith also on the bill. Luis Ortiz, the heavyweight Katie Taylor, makes her second fight. And a wonderful British light heavyweight title fight between Hosea Burton and Don Charles' charge Frank Buglioni as well. It's a huge night, and it looks like from the feedback that this is the one that's really grabbing the attention. Not just the British heavyweight title, but an official eliminator for the WBC heavyweight championship of the world between Dillian White and Derek Chisora. I think it's a fight that's been brewing for a long time. You know, we know two quality heavyweights, both operated at a very, very high level, and there's certainly no love lost. I think the build-up's going to be exciting, and we hope for a very exciting fight on December the 10th as well. I'm going to start by speaking with Derek Chisora's team, and a man on the end of the table who is definitely, could say, the backbone of, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, the smaller hall shows, because he's certainly branching out now with English and Commonwealth title fights as well. It's a pleasure dealing with him, and he's getting the ear now of a lot of bigger name boxers as well who are acquiring his services, and that's Steve Goodwin. Steve, a big fight, and we know you and your team are confident going in ahead of a huge show on December 10th.
There's no doubt. I mean, Derek is back with Don Charles now, which we believe is going to make a massive difference. He's focused, he's fit, he's motivated, and we believe that the best Derek Chisora wins this fight, and we think the best Derek Chisora will be turning up on December 10th.
Thank you. Nissan, it's a pleasure to be working with you again. You know, a great fight between Pulev and Derek Chisora recently in Germany, and a big chance, big opportunity, not just obviously a domestic heavyweight fight, but now a fight on the world scene as well.
Yeah, it's great to be working with Eddie and of course Matchroom again. We've had a lot of good nights together. I expect no different on December 10th. Like Eddie said, Derek was very good against Kubrat Pulev. He lost narrowly, but he showed that he's still got a lot to give. And I believe teaming up with this man on my left again, you know, I think you're going to see an even better Derek. And I'm not going to talk too much because, of course, Derek and Dillian, I'm sure, will have a lot to say as well. But you know, I think this is the one that steals the show on the night, and I think the fans are asking for a very big treat.
Don, obviously a rich history with Derek Chisora. Your man Ian Lewinson came up just a little bit short in Glasgow for the heavyweight title, so you've had some time to see Dillian up close. You know it's a big fight, and I know a fight that you're excited about.
Yeah, I'm always excited about these fights. Dillian performed really well in Scotland. He was victorious over my guy Ian Lewinson, and but like I said, Derek is a different proposition. He brings something totally different to the table, and I'm not going to say I've usually got an awful lot to say. I'm not going to say a lot. All I know is that Derek's a different proposition.
Thank you. Mark had a lot of quick fights in succession with Dillian now. Obviously 3 fights over a period of what, I think 3 or 4 months, and now the biggest of them all. A real chance to shoot up the world rankings as well in a big domestic grudge match.
Yes, it's a very good fight, a very important fight for Dillian, and he's getting better each camp. He's getting stronger in every department, wiser as well, and he's maturing up really nice, and I'm very confident we'll get the result.
Bill, it's a pleasure to have you here on the top table, and a pleasure to have you on the show in a very big fight. You've been in some big fights throughout your career, obviously Klitschko, David Haye, Kubrat Pulev recently, and we know this is a fight that you fancy big time.
Yeah, you know, first of all, I'd say thanks a lot to everybody who came and support the sport I love and the sport you guys love as well. To all the journalists, you know, give a shout out to Eddie and, you know, Team Sarna for making this fight happen. You know, it's a big day for most fighters on this bill on the 10th of December in Manchester. You know, for me, I've lost 6 fights. You know, people write me off, but no, you can't write me off because, you know, I'm like the herpes, you know. One minute I'm gone, 1 minute I pop back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to see the doctor, get a pill, and I disappear, and then suddenly I come back up. You know, like, it is what it is. You know, talk about my opponent. There's nothing much I'm scared of my opponent because he don't bring much to the table. He's got good selection punches, which is okay, but he hasn't got power punches which can scare me. So I'm looking forward to the fight. You know, being done, you know, we go back together. You know, but when we split, you know, it was like a mutual split. And I told him one day we'll do it again. And now we're back together. You know, can't wait.
Obviously, we know you like the build-ups to fight, but also you know boxing inside out. How do you see the fight playing out on December the 10th?
Oh, all I see is Dylan on the canvas. He's going to go on the canvas.
Derek Chisora by knockout?
Yeah.
Dillian, you've had a big run of fights recently, and one of the great things dealing with you is that you don't say no to fights. And this was a fight that you wanted, a fight that you got, and we know you're looking forward to a big night on the 10th.
You know, I love to fight. I show up to fight. The other fellow over there, he does a lot of talking. Sometimes he's short, sometimes he doesn't. So we'll see. But I just want to send a message out to his father-in-law from now. It's a message to Michael. If Derek Chisora ever touch Emily, reach out to me. I'll sort him out for him, mate. I'm going to start on December the 10th, but if he touch her down the line in the future, I'm here. Just reach out to me.
Talking about the fight,
Sorry, we didn't get that. Do we need a translator for that? They don't want to hear that. We might need a translator. Speak up.
You can't
please.
What are you on about?
Just speak up.
What are you on about?
Just speak up, please.
Just speak up, please.
Yeah.
Speak up.
talking about the fight, how do you see the fight going out? Derek's confident of a KO victory. You feel the same way? You've had a lot of rounds recently, a lot of guys that have stood in front of you, but you feel like you can take Derek out inside the distance.
Listen, Derek is deluded, as everyone knows. He thought he was going to go to Germany and KO could pull off. He turned, you know what I mean, in which we see he went out there and stacked the place out. He showed no ambition and no heart in that fight. All he did was come forward and keep getting hit in his face all night long. And the same thing's going to happen again. But this fight, I'm definitely looking to knock him out. You know, I'm feeling a lot stronger, as everyone can see. I'm looking a lot stronger, my shoulders are a lot better. You know what I mean? When you have surgery and stuff, when you come back, it takes a while for you to get back into your rhythm, get back into your routine, and to get everything back strong. And now, it's the right time, you know what I mean? Arch Mark will tell you been punching a lot sharper, a lot faster, and a lot harder. For this fight, I'm not looking to go points. I'm looking to put a stop to Derek Chisora's career. You know, he's been nickel and dining and living out of boxing now. And I think a lot of people want to see the end of him now, and I think I'm the man to put the end to that.
How do you rate Derek Chisora as a fighter in terms of the levels of the opposition you fought before? Obviously, he has huge experience against some elite fighters.
Listen, he's a tough guy, you know what I mean? His game, he will try. But I just think his time is done, you know what I mean? The good thing is he's got a job so far back and to be a bin man in left dancer or something, clinchly or something, you know, gone. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing him down Thursday collecting the bin in my neighborhood after I put the beat down in him.
Derek, how do you rate Dillian as a fighter? We know you sparred some rounds together as well, coming through the ring.
When we're talking about fighting, you know, this is the God honest truth. You know, when Dylan came on the circuit, when he was doing kickboxing, that's what he was doing. You know, he was raw. You know, he was good. He had that non-fear factor in him. You know, every time we sparred, I knew he would bring it for about 4 or 5 rounds, and after that, I'll take over. You know, I personally believe that, you know, his old trainer he had was suited for him because he was more like he had something to prove, and I believe now Dylan is gone backwards because he hasn't got the rawness which he had when he stepped up when he came up in the scene. You know, his last fights, you know what, I believe that we had the same back-to-back fights when we were in Germany, when I was boxing in Germany, you know, 10 rounds, 5 rounds, you know, those rounds. You know, he boxed a kid called the Rhino.
You struggled with guys that boxed in different rounds though, Derek.
I don't
That's
know.
me
What was it like?
gave you a lot of problem. I put him away in a round and a half.
Sorry, one second.
So that ain't got nothing
Sorry,
to do
one
with
second. Can I ask you a question, man? How come you didn't put water at the table, bro?
Huh?
There's
Yeah,
no
no people
water.
glass. I was looking at the box on the head, but there's no bottle. Hey,
No,
you told me
bring me water,
tradition.
please. But, you know, it's like, you know, he boxed the Rhino kid great, you know, his first fight back with 0-2, you know, I put no judgment between that because he was coming from an injury. And then he boxed the kid, which he could easily knock out in a couple of rounds, he didn't knock him out. You know, he boxed Ian, you know, and he couldn't knock Ian
Well,
out.
you said
so,
Ian was going to knock me out.
Yeah, I said Ian
you
will knock
both, and your trainer said Ian was going to knock me out. Look
we said Ian will knock you out in
Dominant
4
Ian.
rounds, but he did not
I broke
knock you out in
Ian's
4 rounds.
spirit.
We said it. We said
But Ian been beating you up in sparring though, you know this.
Listen, man.
Only thing you do, you got a little bit better engine than Ian, that's all.
Okay.
Ian's a much better fighter than you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something you need to understand. I'm not getting TV money for this fight, so me selling it for you, I'm not going to do that.
You're a bum, that's why you accept
Exactly.
more money for the fight, because you're a bum.
I'm a bum, yes.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a bum right now.
makes no sense. Yeah.
It does make sense. And you know, might want to bring out my past, yes,
Listen,
whatever.
Derek.
Man, I don't mind. It's cool. It's cool.
The difference
Bro.
between me and your last...
Yes, please tell me.
Yeah, the difference between your last few girlfriends is I can defend myself, so you need to watch yourself. Simple as that.
Mate, and they're all fucking bum. They were
You
all
need to watch yourself.
They were
I
all-
can defend myself. Simple as that.
Mate, it's alright, man. It's not going to get crazy as people thought it would get crazy in this press conference because I don't need it to get crazy, man. I think the board have made enough money off me on my back. So for me to, you see, what he's failing to understand is, I am the headmaster of this school. You don't get it.
You're not the headmaster.
I am the Don. I am the one. I am the one.
What happened to the last dog you was responsible
I
for?
am the one.
What happened to the last dog you was responsible for? You
I am
couldn't
the
take care of
one.
it.
You see, you're missing the point. I didn't say I'm the dog.
What
I
happened
said
to
I am
Chewy?
the
What
Don.
happened to Chewy? Don't worry, you'll be joining Chewy soon.
No, please. Everybody will be going there soon anyway.
Everybody will go where soon?
You know where Chewy is. My
Where?
dog died.
Hell.
Hey, no, my dog died.
Where's Chewy? In the neighbor's garden.
My dog died. There ain't no problem with that. You know, things
You'll be
die.
joining him soon.
You know, goldfish die. You know, it's okay. But you know what? He hasn't got anything to say.
The one thing he was responsible for, you couldn't take care of it.
Okay. I think Derek's right. We don't want to give the board any more money. We've got plenty of time for this fight. This is a great fight. Take the build-up and the hype away. This is a very important fight on the British heavyweight scene and also on the world heavyweight scene as well. All of these guys are available for one-on-ones with you today. We're going to pose now for a photo and a head-to-head, and then you guys can talk to each other, etc. Thank you very much.
One fist up, please, Del. You're covering your face now, mate. Just drop it a bit. That's it.
Just down this one's up.
Straight to the front, guys, please. Down here, Del, please. That's it.
T-shirt's got top in it.
You put one fist up, please, Del.
Thank you.
That's all she wrote. Yeah.